guy, Rob. What's his name?
Rob Pebble.
Rob Pebble. It sounds fictional.
Like,
it doesn't sound
Robert Pebble.
He would have like a crazy thing.
Shab has no fucking idea.
His name is Danny San Francisco.
Shab is banking at, like, because I did a settlement conference that went totally sideways because they were like, oh, here's you're like, on paper you're owed $150,000. We'll offer you 2.5K. I was like, suck my fucking dick, bitch. Like, but my lawyer wasn't there. So they think I'm like, I don't have a lawyer. And I heard, like, basically what the defense is going to be because I heard the lawyers regurgitate what Brendan told them. I'm like, oh my God, like, you have no idea that he can't back up anything that he's saying here. But go ahead, believe that.
I'm sorry, I derailed you.
The story I was going to say is, as a child, let's say he was, I don't know, between 10 and 14 or something, he starts off by saying, I used to love strawberry ice cream. And if there was a gallon of Neapolitan ice cream, I would dig out all the strawberry ice cream. So really fresh, like.
I hate to say this, but I'm familiar with this story.
But that gave me insight into his childhood trauma because my parents, like, right, I can list all any flaws or whatever, but I go, to shame me about eating it's not something that would happen ever, even if I was fat, like saying you fat fuck or something, whatever his dad said, because he comes home and he's like, Brendan, did you eat all the fucking strawberry ice cream out of the, which is a stupid thing to do, but it's a kid thing to do. But like, clearly Brendan has always been self-absorbed, and he's like, I know, I'll just eat all my dad's fucking ice cream, like eat this one part of the ice cream to myself. And my dad yells in the room and just goes, did you know fucking strawberry ice cream? He's like, yeah. He's like, fat pig or fat fuck or fat pig or something. And his response, remember what his response was? He was like, oh fuck, it was like a dagger through my heart. So that was the moment where I'm like, oh, your dad hurt you. And
trauma aside though, is the fact that he has managed to go this far in life with just, never really learning anything. I mean, I assume his dad is his dad funds everything he does. Like, he doesn't, like this.
His dad made actual success. Actually made
like the Pentium chip or something like that.
Like, did something where it was
the diamond mines are pretty profitable. The emerald, he's at the Emerald Empire.
Actually built a business, rather than
I mean, I think I'm surprised that there hasn't been like an actual. I mean, I guess there's like the those YouTube channels like the Beige Frequency and Health Graveyard and shit. But I mean, he's such a fascinating guy. Like, to have a real true documentary made about this guy. Oh yeah. But I guess he can't really keep up with it because by the time you're done editing, they're gonna be like, he did 70,000 fucking crazy things since you.
That's facts.
Documentary.
Yeah.
So there has to be like an ongoing like reality show. Like I don't know. Like a reality show would just be like a fucking.
That's such a good idea. Because it's like hive minding. It's like, who's gonna watch all this shit and like find the footage that matches him contradicting himself and previous things. I never watched that Beige Frequency documentary or whatever it was where it exposes all like the lies in his, like, before I met him. Because I met him, I was like, oh, this is a guy Chappelle Lacey opens for. Like, I had a clean slate as far as meeting him, so he just seemed pretty normal to me. And I didn't have an incentive. Once the subreddit like attacked me for like appearing in his world, I was like, oh, these are crazy people. So why would I seek out more information about this person when I feel unfairly attacked?
I think.
And then later you watch the page, you're like, oh my God, he just lies about everything in his whole life.
By the way, the chat is saying that you guys are on Baja mode. I don't know what that means. Thanks, chat. I think that you guys have a great idea with the reality show. I would watch that, but my thing has always been documentary on specifically the Gringo Papi, because that is like the most important aspect of his work. I want to work. I'm being serious here. I want to work on this. I was talking to Adam Sandler and Yasiel Puig the other day about this because we were discussing ideas and all that. And they're like, "Yeah, you got to do this. Like, this is your thing." So that's something about. I do think that the main thing that I would like to see is a documentary on like the building of the set, who wrote the stuff, like how did he come up with the jokes, like what is people's reaction to it, and then obviously Bob comes in it and we interview him at some point, or the director does.
I would like to contribute some things like I could add a few key, not everything, but I go like I was there for the conversations where I'm friends with the editor who's being tasked with like you're sending. It's difficult because I edited for Brendan. I learned how to edit for Brendan, and I was his normal paid editor was having trouble editing clips down to 90 seconds.
Yeah.
He'd be like, "Oh, here's a 5 minute clip, edit that on a 90-second Instagram reel."
Right.
And I would treat him like a writing project. Like, okay, let me do this. I learned how to do that because, and then Brendan started trusting me, right, to like edit more. So I did have a little bit of editing experience. One of the things with the Green Poppy was he kept going, juice up the laughs more. Yeah. In his head, a stand-up comedy special is funnier.
Juice up the laughs.
If the laughs in the audience are louder, and so it was like repeated. It's like he sent it back. He sent the dish back 4 times to the fucking kitchen to be like, warm it up, dude, how fucking loud do you think the laughs need to be? So people might notice that it sounds ridiculous because it was ridiculous. Because you're like, dude, you want it more loud than that? Like, do you think it's going to make the jokes better? Are you tricking people into laughing?
He doesn't know anything, yeah.
And by the way, the reason I brought up the strawberry ice cream thing was the insight was he has an issue with seeing other people eat. I eat a tremendous amount of food, but I'm also in shape, right? And this is a difficult concept for him because I think one of the reasons he wanted to be friends with me was like, I think he thought he was going to get ripped by osmosis. And I'm like, yeah, we can work out in the gym together. I also run 6 miles a day, and I also like eat a strict diet. And if you want to get ripped, you have to like live the lifestyle, which I don't always. But if you want to get to 9% body fat, you have to do a lot of things, right? He believes that it's kind of like, well, if I'm around this guy, I'm gonna, and probably became disappointed later. He has a very strange relationship with food in that, like, he hates when other people are eating around him and he can't be eating because he publicly presents a facade that he's on a carnivore diet or he's on this diet, which means if he's around other people, he has to keep pretending that he's on carnivore or he's not eating or he's doing this. But then it's keto, man. Like, I had enough inside the back. He's like, yeah, I stuck to the carnivore diet today, but then like, I had a pint of Ben and Jerry's. Like, you're not on carnivore. That's not a carnivore. I can't just like,
what a child.
I ate steak, and then the next meal I ate, a bunch of candy. That's not a carnivore. You just ate steak and candy.
He would say something crazy like, yeah, I'm on the carnivore diet, but I ate 10 bags of Skittles yesterday.
That was every day with him. I don't think he stuck to a diet for more than 18 hours at a time. So I go, well, you wonder why you're not losing weight. It's because you just you're eating an additional 1,000 calories of fat. Right? He would in the green room because in the green room he's in charge, right? The Oprah isn't on there, but that's where we get fed, right? So I'm ordering can I get 2 orders of chicken tenders because I eat a lot of fucking food. And if it's a Saturday, I ate good all week. I'm gonna have some fucking chocolate cake or something because it's free at the Improv. Or, he hated it. He'd be like, Jesus Christ, Mark. I'm like, do you think you can shame me for eating a lot? Like, I feel like that's not how that works. But it's like,
he sees your joy.
Yeah, I'm gonna
rather
be
eating the cake
in front of you and have no shame. You have shame over eating, and that's your problem. But I see you trying to shame me the same way your dad shamed you, and this is part of the body dysmorphia or eating disorder complex that you have, that it becomes very transparent because he has this contempt, for other people eating around him, and there are multiple stories that seem like but the moment he could get private, he wouldn't want to eat before show, but then after show, he's like, let's go get pizza. I'm like, aren't we supposed to be dieting, or you want to get pizza at 1 a.m.?
He's like, Chuck E. Cheese. Let's go to Chuck E. Cheese.
My relationship with food.
Yeah, what can do?
Do you think, and I get it, off here. Do you think he would his narcissism, would he give, if somebody did present him with making a weekly reality show, would his narcissism outweigh his? Do you think he would allow that? So would he allow a camera crew to film him and his family?
If it was yes, if you pitch it to him as this is something that's going to glorify you and humanize you, which I when I came into his world, I was like, because I'm a writer, I go and a student of storytelling, I go, the best thing you can do is to counter the narrative from the subreddit, which they've co-opted your life story, right? And they're telling it for you because you don't want to tell yourself accurately. You don't want to talk about your UFC shit on stage. You don't want to talk like, I go, you haven't written your narrative. You need to write a book or do something where it's like, I am Brendan Schaub and I'm XYZ. You're not doing that well enough, so other people are doing it for you in a very negative light. So my first recommendation to him was like, you need to reassert your own narrative. Hire a ghostwriter, hire me, hire whatever, but what you're not doing, like from a publicist standpoint, is framing your narrative correctly. And you're ignoring the fact that other people are doing it for you, thinking that helps you. It doesn't help you. You have to combat that other narrative that makes you look like shit. But I had a few novel ideas that I thought were fun, but like from, for example, I took over the TFAK IG and started talking to the voice of the page. I was like, I'm gonna talk in Shabanese. Somebody would say like, what are we doing here? And I'd be like, I don't know, B, or so. Like I would respond, and it drove the people commenting nuts. They keep commenting like, what the fuck is this? Because it broke the mold. And all of a sudden, oh, you can't do this. I'm like, oh yeah, I can't, bitch. I didn't tell Brendan that I was gonna do this. It was an experiment. And I go, and I thought that he'd be able to see like, hey, do you see how I 10x the engagement by like co-opting the Reddit speak, and then it also blunts the force of the haters come to they plant their seed by going dicey. If everyone starts talking that way, all of a sudden the fans and haters can't be distinguished. He immediately was like, oh, he gets uncomfortable when he's the butt of the joke in any perceivable way. He was really scared of that. I started editing because again, their page too, even though like they're just leaking followers. So let me change something up. I started editing the clips in a way where like I'd have these like weird zoom ins and kind of like like do like a little bit different editing style for the clips because it's just normal. Sure, with Brian and Brendan, because of their egomania, like and self-absorption, like no, like we're funny on our own. They don't. It's like, hey, guess what? Like, I study comedy too, bitch. Like, you're not the only person in the world who has ideas about comedy. They always thought they're like, let me teach you about comedy. I'm like, okay, hey, look, y'all, play your time here. Go ahead. Like, any idea. This put them at the butt of the joke. The clips by zooming in on certain things that Brendan would say, where he's like stuttering or something like that. It was funnier, but it made him the butt of the joke. Rather than like, oh, we're telling a funny story, but if like if you do something like that, and I'd be like, I'd edit it in such a way that zoomed in his mouth. So
you were editing though to show that,
and they hated it. And I have a couple examples of what I did that I can show. Like, there's probably still up there, but they were like, they also, again, I was taking Brendan and Brian.
Okay.
And the creative director at the time, because creative director. No, this guy, he's actually very talented and he quit. Right. He quit, and I heard the conversation. I was the only person in the studio, and then Brendan goes, I had to fire this guy. And I'm like, you didn't fire him, he quit. He told you were the worst boss he'd ever had. Like, I was, what? I was there, I heard the phone call. Like how are you instantly turning this into something that's the complete opposite of what happened? But he had to explain to Brendan, because he tells me, he's like, Brendan's like upset about the reels the way you're editing them, and he doesn't understand that like you're open to feedback and just trying things, and that this is a style, like an artistic style that you're experimenting with. And Brendan thought that I was like going to be too sensitive to credit. I'm like, I can edit. This is harder to do. So like, if you're going to edit it the easy way, sure, I can give you 3 normal shade reels. These ones are getting more engagement because it's weirder and more kind of like wild, and but they hate anything that makes them the butt of the joke. So any novel idea I had, like you're proposing, of like a reality show, well, yeah, if the reality show, if he knew that it would end up being something that was reliant on his stupidity and errors being the source of comedy, rather than him being just a funny person who's telling funny stories and roasting other people, Like, if it was like, watch Shop roast his kids and his family and his loved ones, and like, he's the only normal, sane person, in the household, that's his style of comedy. Everyone around me is stupid and incompetent, and I'm just a normal cool guy enduring all the idiots around me. That's how he perceives, like, his role in his comedy universe. The moment Brendan's the butt of the joke as a bumbling retard, he's out. He would not even, entertain it in any facet.
So you just got to trick him into it. Well,
right.
So we got to figure out a way to trick him into this.
Yeah.
You'd have to do it long form and edit it all at once.
Well, again, he's got to be kind of so detached from reality. I don't know if his wife would point out that, like, because I don't think you have to have an angle of, like, making fun of it. I think you just present reality, and it's like,
he wouldn't necessarily be aware. Yeah, okay. It wasn't overt. You could make it seem to him like it was great, but it would read as funny.
Okay, I got an idea. Here's
I gotta leave.
Okay, sure.
I just one question. How much does Colin get paid for being on the?
My understanding from Brendan, which again take with a grain of salt, but also it sounds about reasonable, is that because Brendan takes a fluctuating percentage based on like T-Fat keeping around at the Thick Boy Studios and kind of taking care of the ads. Like that. Callan shows up, does his job, and gets $25K. That's my understanding.
$25K a month.
Yes.
See, none of this makes sense.
Nor does it mean, I go, how do you have a podcast of $40,000 where the split is? It's like $1 per listener, I don't know.
I don't know how they get that much money. I mean, Harold must pay Brian that money straight out of the bank account from that.
Yeah, and that could be exaggerated from. I don't know.
Brendan Walsh, I just want to let you know, somebody has posted Jersey the Real Dog on the Fighter and the Kids subreddit. Request blur all future posts of Brian's feet. It's company policy to respect the victims. Bean cheese, bean cheese, bean cheese, bean cheese.
You're making waves.
I hope people stick to that.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have fun with your little hate rally.
All right. Well, you and me, we're gonna do Windy City Heat 2 with Brendan Chopper. Okay? That's our next business plan. All right. Love you. Bye.
Nice meeting you, big.
Nice meeting you. Yeah, thanks, bro.
All right.
See you, Brendan. Wow, Brendan Walsh, world record pod. Check it out. Let's switch. There you go.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, I've been running around. Let me see here. We have been playing the Gringo Poppy in the background that whole time. If anyone's wondering.
How do you guys originally know?
Just through comedy.
Yeah, first
Alan Strickland.
I got it from a Skits and Bits online. Yeah.
Mark, what's the thoughts on college peptides?
Oh my God, Joe Rogan is a redacted, unfunny.
Peptides are very low consequence. Like, you can fuck up steroids and have some unintended consequences.
Ruins all money by promoting other talentless, unfunny redacts to the top of the industry.
Okay, so
Think are the three worst comedians of the Rogan sphere.
great question, Truckfoot. What do you think, Mark Harley?
I was going to let you guys go first because I feel more comfortable shitting on comedians after actual comedians shit on comedians.
Okay, three worst comedians in a Rogan series question.
Tony Hinchcliffe, Bert Kreischer, who's the third?
David Lucas. Oh, there you go.
How dare you?
So easy.
That's my point.
Oh, sorry. I mean,
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm glad you
But I will not
stick up for your friends. Not enough people are sticking up for their friends these days.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah. I genuinely love David Lucas. We work out together. Like, he's just always been a cool guy to me. So,
You guys play video games?
Mark, how many monthly Patreon subscribers would you suppose they have right now? That's funny. So unique. As most people send me unique shit, and then he starts popping up in my algorithm. So I see a lot of stuff from Unique's channel, who I have an odd kinship for, or like affinity for. He will say like, "Oh, these posts are getting 60 likes, therefore it must be 60 subscribers." And I'm like, the 60 likes are probably out of like 200 plus or 300 something. It's a fraction,
Yeah.
I would assume 500 max.
Yeah.
That'd be reasonable, right?
Yeah, let me see here. Let's do a quick study.
It wouldn't shock me if there was 500 subscribers. Because it was like, okay, if you get, let's say you get 50K monthly viewers, that's 1 out of 100.
I mean, look how strong you are, dude. We got 438 viewers with 342 likes, dude. What the fuck?
Hell yeah. someone said David Lucas works out. David Lucas is actually very strong. Yes. You'd be surprised, man. He will twist your neck off.
Walkspots has a lot of stuff to say. Walkspots, first of all, let's put all your comments into one comment next time, yeah? Did Shop farting loudly during the business meeting really ruin the sale of Tiger Thick?
I've never heard that before. But whatever. It's funny you can say shit like that. I go, I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah.
You know? How could you, like...
Is he a gassy guy?
Not particularly, but like it's one of these things where it's like you can see him doing it because he lacks self-awareness and self-consciousness.
Yeah.
He would rip someone else for farting and then turn around and fart somewhere else. Like that's the thing. He just has no principles. Where it's like the same rules apply to me and you. So you're disgusting for eating, but I'm not disgusting for eating. So there's this weird mix of like shame and projection with
Let's see here. I'm gonna make this a little.
Can you make me more tan?
Do you naturally tan?
I go to tanning beds and I also run out. Like if I hate to admit it, but it's like I look for my auditions that I usually get. It's like if you're looking for I get like the bodybuilder or this kind of guy. It's like I've gone long periods without tanning. It's like when an audition comes up, they typically for the role that I get, it's better to be tan. So either if I'm not tan from running outside, I'll go to tan.
Like I wasn't, but I love donuts. Oh. What is that? The Shop.
Wait.
When he talks about his mom and getting a vaccine because she likes donuts.
Oh, right. Some free donuts or something.
I'll stop the Shop.
Wait, no, because you triggered something of the memory. They're giving out free donuts for vaccines. Yeah, I remember that bit. He was kind of obsessed with vaccines there for a bit.
Yeah, let's see what he has to say about vaccines here. This is the.
He's like, did you get the Johnson & Johnson?
Yeah.
There's always one guy. No, fucking way. It's like that's you. He does not touch this fucking thing. It's funny because he's outwardly he pretended like he was not anti-vax, even though he actually was very anti-vax.
Oh wow, yeah.
And I'm agnostic about I got the vaccine just because Luana was paranoid about it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't give a fuck either way. But it was funny watching somebody have this, cognitive dissonance over you feel like you have to tell people that you're not against vaccines, but then every time you're alone, you're like, look at vaccines.
Yeah. Well, you've seen the most recent Joe Rogan episode with him, right, where he talks about vaccines
and autism. Yeah. And it's funny because it's like that's a conversation. Be like, I've read RFK's books just because I'll be like, when someone's like,
how you living, pimp?
And then I hear him talk, and I'm like,
Zoot, how are you living? Him. Yo, what's good, son?
I got an email back saying that I'm going to the competition, doing the competition for the Raw 2020 on the 22nd of January.
So you're doing Raw comedy?
Yeah, 22nd of January.
But isn't this your last chance?
Yep.
Do you think you're ready?
Yep.
What stand-up comedy are you gonna do?
God having Down syndrome.
You're gonna fucking bomb. Doug, are you did you meet Did you meet your boy?
What?
Did you meet your boy?
Oh no.
Why not?
He's hosting the one I'm doing.
So you get to meet him there?
Yeah.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
Will you please tell him that everybody feels that he should have won Guest of the Year on Kill Tony and he got fucked out of it majorly?
Yeah.
All right.
So
do you know that people are saying that his stand-up set he won stand-up set of the year on Kill Tony? Were you aware of that?
which one?
His
For what one?
New Year's set.
Who won contender of the year? newcomer of the year.
They don't have that.
Rabbi.
What up, pimp?
Chelsea is going to state finals as well.
Are you in love with her?
No.
You are. You love her. You love her.
Nah, she's gonna be easy to beat if we make it to state finals.
Zoot, you couldn't beat a 5-year-old who was reading out of their book at this point with the dirty comedy that you use.
My comedy's not that dirty.
Zoot, your comedy is blue comedy, and you, I'm just telling you right now, are wasting a really great opportunity. If you were to take the next week and memorize some short, easy, clean jokes, you would move on to the next round. You've done dirty comedy the last 2 times you've done raw comedy, and they've been like, you suck.
Okay.
What's up, baby?
What was the first time it wasn't because I sucked, it was because I went overtime. I went over the 5-minute line.
You went over 5 minutes? Wow. Okay, the first time you went overtime. How about the second time?
Second time?
Yeah, the second time.
Second time wasn't that bad.
Then why didn't they choose you?
Probably because of how bad I was the first time.
Oh, they remembered you?
Oh, look. So I fucked up.
Okay,
I'll tell you how I fucked up.
Tell me how you fucked up, big dog.
So the judges of the event, for the second time I did it, the judges of the event actually pick. They're the ones running like the open mic nights as well.
Yes, sir.
So if you want to get through, you gotta go to the open mics because they favor the people going to the open mics.
Wait, say this.
And I wasn't doing that.
Say this again, please.
So I wasn't going to open mics back in 2015. Well, 2015. Yeah, throughout 2015, I wasn't going to open mics. This is when I was like 18, 19. I wasn't going to open mics. And the judges of the Raw to get through the state finals, they were the ones like running all the open mic events, and they just didn't put on. They put on people that go to the open mic nights.
I've gotcha. Okay, but you go to the open mics now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you tell your joke about going to an orgy and then getting an email about chlamydia?
I don't say that on TV.
Oh, that's a good point.
Do you know that no one's won World Comedy in Australia in 13 years?
Okay, what does that mean?
In South Australia, sorry.
Oh.
Do you know no one's won World Comedy in South Australia in 13 years?
Well, are you going to try to change that?
Yeah. Do you know that no one's won World Comedy in 13 years in South Australia? Yeah, we have James McCann.
Right. Melbourne is in South Australia, right?
What?
Melbourne?
Melbourne's not South Australia.
Well, it's Queensland, but it's right.
No,
Victoria.
Victoria is where Melbourne is.
Okay, but isn't that in Southern Australia?
No,
Yeah, it is.
Victoria is southeast coast.
Okay, that's still the southern part of the continent or country or whatever.
Victoria is east coast. Victoria is east coast.
It's still south.
There's parts of Victoria that aren't south.
Okay, but Melbourne is south. Do you understand what I'm?
but so,
Do you understand what I'm saying? Like basically, I understand that there's a state called South Australia, and nobody's won in 13 years from there. I get that, but there is Southern Australia, and I bet somebody's won from Southern Australia because Melbourne's from there, and Melbourne has a lot of people and a lot of comedy there. It's the heart of Australian comedy. Did you know that Melbourne is the heart of Australian comedy?
yeah. Did you know that Victoria is more south than South Australia?
Yeah, I figured it was. That's what I thought.
Tasmania would technically be Southern Australia, but
Have you ever met anybody from Tasmania?
yep.
Are they cool?
Just like any other Australian.
Any hot chicks there?
Can't tell. I mean, it has a population over like a million, so yeah.
Man, I want to find a hot Tasmanian chick. That's like a goal of mine.
Actually, Tasmania only has half a million people. I was wrong.
You want to know something interesting? I was in a Twitter space with an Australian guy like 2 days ago, and I was talking about the thylacine, the Tasmanian tiger that went extinct in Australian zoos in like the 1930s. Do you know what I'm talking about? And this guy's like, yeah, they're also known as the Tasmanian devils. And I'm like, no, they're not. One is the Tasmanian tiger. The Tasmanian devil still very much exists. And I was just surprised that an Australian did not know that, because that's kind of well known in the world that the Tasmanian devil, it's like a little, I don't know, like cat-like sized animal that
From Looney Tunes.
is what?
From Looney Tunes.
From Looney Tunes, yeah. But in addition, it is still very much alive. And for this Australian guy,
I've seen Tasmanian devils at the zoo.
was it the most baller shit of your entire life?
No, they're just normal.
I hear that they get very rambunctious. Is that true?
I don't know. It's like a giant rat. Like a giant rat. It's more like cute, like a cat. If that makes sense.
It's like a giant rat that's cute like a cat. Exactly. But for this guy to be like, they're extinct, I was like, I don't know how much time you've spent in Australia, but they're definitely not extinct. The Tasmanian tiger is. And I almost went in and like corrected him again after I confirmed it. Like I was gonna say, that they're not extinct. They're barely threatened, according to like the biologists of the world or whatever. But I did not. I was like, this is gonna come off as me sounding a little bit like a dick, and I don't wanna reinforce the point that this motherfucker's wrong about his own fauna.
There's something else that's extinct, like the Tasmanian pig.
Dodo bird. Dodo bird.
But dodo birds in Australia?
They were in New Zealand. Let's look it up.
Oh, the Tasmanian emu is extinct.
Australian dodo did not live in Australia. It was endemic to Mauritius, a small island in the Indian Ocean. Oh, I thought it was New Zealand. Apologies.
The pig foot-footed bandicoot diet as well.
I'm mistaking it for the kiwi. Dodo, kiwi.
Yeah, right.
What up, baby?
You think you like bandicoots?
That's not like a thing in the United States. The only thing is Tasmanian bandicoots refer to two species, and I don't even know what a bandicoot is. I mean, it's in a video game. That's the only way Americans know what a bandicoot is.
Crash Bandicoot?
Word dog, do you know what Crash Bandicoot is?
The greatest game of all time.
Do you really think so?
I'd say it's up there with Mario for like the best platformer of all time.
That's incorrect, but that's a cool opinion. It's up there with like maybe Donkey Kong or not even that.
Why would you?
Dude,
why would you say it's one of the best platformers of all time?
It's not a platform, it's a game.
I said platformer games. You know what a platform game is?
No, what is a platform game?
Platform.
What is platforming? What is platforming?
A platformer, also called a platform game, is a sub-genre of action game in which the core objective is to move the player character between points in the environment. Platform games are characterized by levels with uneven terrain and suspended platforms that require jumping and climbing to diverse other aerobatic maneuvers may factor into the gameplay, such as swinging from vines or grappling hooks, jumping off walls, gliding through the air, or bouncing from springboards or trampolines.
Oh, okay. Then there you go. I was not familiar with the term platform game. I thought you meant like a game on a platform, but no, you mean platforms within a game. Okay. And you're saying Crash Bandicoot's one of the best? I would maybe agree with you on that. Yeah, that's okay.
It's in the top 5.
Okay, so what?
It's in the top 5.
So the top
Mario's
5.
Probably above it.
Mario's 1.
Probably.
Mario's 1. Donkey Kong's 2. Is Sonic the Hedgehog a platform game?
Yes.
Okay, that's 3. If you don't count like Donkey Kong 3D and all that, Donkey Kong Country, all that stuff, if that's all the same as Donkey Kong, okay, fine. Crash Bandicoot might be considered 4. I could see that. If you count all of the
Rayman.
What is that? What about
Rayman, this game.
what about Mega Man?
Yeah, that's a platform.
Okay.
I don't.
You don't want Mega Man?
No, I don't really like Mega Man.
You're not alone. Banjo Kazooie. Oh, Banjo Kazooie.
Yeah.
Banjo Kazooie is really big. I was mistaking Banjo Kazooie and what's the game we were talking? What's the game we were talking about?
I don't know.
No, hold on. It's the name of an animal. It's called Crash Bandicoot. Okay. So I'd say the top five. I'm giving you the top five: Mario, Donkey Kong, Sonic the Hedgehog, Crash Bandicoot, Banjo Kazooie. Would you agree with that? Would you agree with that?
Nah.
Okay, then where would you disagree? What's better? I'm not saying that there couldn't be something.
Well, Donkey Kong isn't really a platform.
Donkey Kong Country is, and yeah, Donkey Kong is a platformer.
Okay. I'll put Jack and Daxter in the platform games.
Okay.
Somewhere in that list. Somewhere in order to replace something. Could probably replace Banjo and Kazooie.
I agree with you. Nobody calls it Banjo and Kazooie, though. It's just Banjo Kazooie. But I'm okay with that. I could see that be done. Zoot, let me just get down to brass tacks. Are you ready to lose?
Yeah.
That's what I like to hear, big man. Zoot, do you think it's possible for you to beat me? Zoot, you have an invitation.
Hey, Rabbi.
Zoot, you have an invitation. I don't want to hear anything out of your mouth until I see you accept it. Then I'll listen to whatever the fuck you want to say. Zoot, there you go.
There's 2D platformers and then there's 3D platformers.
Okay, that's a good.
I think 3D platformers are more fun than 2D platformers.
Okay. Zoot. Wow, I think with more people, someone could get a hole in one on this hole. Do you think somebody could get a hole in one? Zoot. What did you think of my shot? Make it.
That was good.
Zoot, you're down.
Yeah, I do think
Zoot, I just want to make sure you're aware. You're down 0 holes to 1.
I also think with more people, someone could get a hole in one on this one.
Oh, I don't think so. You don't have enough to get through all that pink shit.
Oh, fuck. Rabbi, who's in a better position, me or you?
Zoot, did you watch those Brendan Schaub videos I sent you?
No.
When are you going to watch them?
Tomorrow.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
I have nothing to do tomorrow.
Okay. Zoot, what do I do here?
Have you ever tried get it in? On the
You're,
first shot?
you're not getting it in. You and I both know that. What did you think of my shot? You might go in the water. Boo.
You tried to psych me out and make me feel like that shot was possible.
Yes, sir. What are your thoughts on this shot? Zoot, are you ready for one of the best shots you've ever seen? I'm in absolute perfect position.
Did you know the Dark Knight turns 18 years old this year?
Did you like that movie? Everybody did, and I thought it was too dark. I think Christopher Nolan's movies are too dark. Zoot, did you know that you just did not do well there? Oh, Zoot.
I think Heath.
Zoot,
I think Heath. I'm going to say something really controversial.
Wait, but before you do, you've never made it in the hole on this hole. You know that?
Yeah, I know. I'm going to say something really controversial.
What's your really controversial thing that you're going to say?
Heath Ledger dying before the Dark Knight's release was really good marketing for the Dark Knight.
Oh, for sure. And it made people think that he was the best Joker of all time, even though I disagree with that. I think it was Jack Nicholson or the one on the TV show. But
Mark Hamill?
no, the TV, that's a cartoon. No, Cesar Romero. Cesar Romero played the Joker with a mustache, and you couldn't tell he had a mustache because they just painted his face white. And oh fuck, Zoot. And it was just really colorful. I like colorful Batman. I do not like dark Batman. It's like, and the Joker was a creepy
There's so many
movie.
variations.
The Joker movie.
There's so many variations.
I know. The Joker movie was a creepy movie to me.
There's so many variations of the Joker, though. Honestly.
Yeah, I like the Jack Nicholson one where he's like the head of he's the boss of like a gang. I like that one. I don't like the one where he's creepy walking downstairs all alone like a comedian. That one's creepy. So you know you've never scored on this hole? And you're done. It's over for you, son. Oh, that would have been cool. Zoot, and now I'm going to beat you at beer pong. And you are going to never have an opportunity to win. Here we go, baby. 3, 2, 1. So you have an invitation. Should you choose to accept it, it will be appreciated. Are you going to do well here? That's a miss. That's a deep miss. A really bad shot. Dude, I'm just going to be very honest with you. It's a bad shot.
Rabbi, do you think Anthony was good?
That's a good question. He kind of creeped me out as a little kid.
I have I just watched an Andy Kaufman video, and I have no idea what I just fucking watched.
Yeah, I get that. He was, so he was on a show called Taxi, and he kind of creeped me out during it, just because he didn't speak like normally, and that was a little strange to me.
I was watching an interview with like there was a comedian being interviewed by someone like can't remember like the guy like is a really famous interviewer and wears glasses and he's like can't remember who he is, but he was talking to another comedian and he was just like, you know, Andy Kaufman had a plan to kill himself on stage because it'd be entertaining.
Yeah, I could see that. Did you ever see the movie Man on the Moon? Or Man in the Moon? That's about Andy Kaufman. Jim Carrey's in it. I'm surprised you're not obsessed with it.
Oh. Dave Chappelle was on the set of that.
Yeah, it was.
Dave Chappelle has a whole set about that.
Right.
He was only 35 when he died.
Just one moment, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Who do you think the worst comedian is?
Conor McGregor's last 7. But then ask him to list off Conor McGregor's last 7 fights. I'm like, wait, what? Yeah. I'm like, yeah, you feel stupid? That's how I feel when you're breaking down rockets, motherfucker. Some people, but you should realize that. A smart person will realize that. That's the thing. Dumb people don't know that. Yeah. That's true. You're not smart. Like, I'm not impressed with anything. Mm-hmm. Because, like, let's say you meet a brain surgeon or whoever it is, the NASA, cool. When I was focused balls deep since I was 4 in football, you decide you're into rockets. Right. You went down that path. I went down this path. Yes. Okay. Yes. Yeah. If I chose to go down that path, maybe I won't be as good there, but I'll be pretty fucking good. Yes. Mm-hmm. So I never get intimidated with that stuff.
Always gonna accumulate an ID token. In fact, now I'm gonna be able to accumulate more. So thank you. To those no, I'm just kidding. That's not what I meant, right? You buying more ID tokens. Grab it up. That's right. Grab it up. Scoop it up. $20. Yes, I can. $20 right now. $20
next week. $5, $10, right? There's the opportunity here with coins, tiny, death days, all of
But
that.
also, what can we do?
Yep.
Digi, what can we do, right? This is just another moment where we have to talk about, not today, but we talk about wild security. How do we stay safe? How do we prevent large rugging events? I mean, it's happened to even people on the stage. I'm not going to say who. It can happen. So just educating people on how to keep your wallet safe, disconnecting, revoking contracts, revoking your permissions when you're going around on your computer, things like that. So maybe we'll have a wallet security day where we talk about that. But we're going to get back to it.
Yeah, let's get to it. Shields are back. We got a few new people on stage. Seth is here as well. Let's say hi to Seth. And I think Ardito and Millie as well may have a project. If you have a project and are requesting to come up, please follow everybody. And most of us check it all. Make sure you're reposting it and all the goodies down below. But shout out to the group down below. We got Bojob, Mr. Darius, Joe on Chain, Heidi Coin and Zone, Mr. NFT Verse, he knows as well, Earthy Wi-Fi, the Cushing's official account, Quick Walker, Shiro, what's up, Vivo, also Mighty Max, and I'm the Madman, and everybody always coming through. Bottom right-hand corner, reposted, the comments are filling up. Let's go to Seth. What's up, man? GM?
What's up, Dave?
Oh, he stopped blocking me.
How are you, Keith?
What up,
Good
boy?
to see you. What's up? Not much. Just, glad it's the end of the week. It looks like we will be sending cannabis seeds to space again this year. So that's really cool. I'm super bullish about that. So I'm going to spend the weekend making a list of people where we can source our seeds from.
That makes my fucking day.
Because we get 1 gram of space on the capsule, so that's about 800 seeds or so, maybe a little bit more. But yeah, it's
We'll see.
Yeah, somewhere around there. So, we're going to make a list of people and, sources where we get our seeds from. We'll get that finalized this weekend and determine what kind of other stuff we're going to do around that, if there will be an NFT, and if there's going to be an NFT, what kind of artwork, who's going to be involved in that project and stuff. So the hard part's over, right? So the negotiations, and we just got to get the paperwork signed, but the space is there, the slot is ours, belongs to us. So that's the big hurdle that we had to get over, because it's not cheap to send stuff to the space. It's about 6,000 euros per gram to send up a sample. So to be able to, for Digi and Moonqueen and I to be able to secure this spot is huge. So we're really happy about that. It's going to open up a lot of opportunities for people that we partner with. You'll also be able to send your NFT or a music video or other artwork into space as well. There's going to be limited seats for that. We'll talk about that more as time goes on in the spaces and things. And essentially the way it's going to work, as opposed to last time, when you send your NFT to space, for example, like say Pushlings or a Digimon, it's going to be part of a broadcast, which is going to be going on for 9 months, because that's how long the space capsules are going to be up in space. So, for example, to send an NFT is $100. So you have to look at it in terms, like if you have a project out here and you want it to be, to get a little bit of publicity, you look at it like a marketing expense, right? So $100 divided 9 months, it gives you your average cost. The videos are a little bit more expensive; those are $250, and it can be a video up to 2 minutes. But again, it's almost like if you were to pay for, say, like a digital billboard, So it's one of the ways that we can offer people to be involved in space and space research, and so really excited about that. That's going to be super cool. So the capsules will be up there for 9 months. They'll come back, and then then we'll figure out, okay, where are we gonna grow the seeds? And I'm not even quite sure yet if I really understand all the implications of this, because to my knowledge, nobody in the cannabis right? Digi and I have talked about this on Spaces and in private. What can something like this, space research do for the cannabis industry if nothing else than to just start the conversation? What do you mean these people are sending the cannabis seeds to space? Like, why would you do something like that? That kind of thing. And then to actually grow it, right? That's what we were really excited to see, right? Like when you take cannabis seeds and you have them in space for 9 months and they're exposed to, microgravity and radiation, how does that affect terpene profile or, cannabinoid content? The growing process, is it going to be stronger or weaker?
These are good questions.
Is it going to mutate after we grow one time, we clip the babies, and then we do it again? Will there be mutation? Will there actually be genetic mutation because of the effects of space on the seeds? So this has never actually been done before, where seeds were sent to space, they came back down, and then they were grown and tracked with a data set backed by the blockchain. It hasn't even been done even before that without the blockchain, but we're going to back it by the blockchain. We did a test run this year in June, and it's groundbreaking space research, and it's also to see just in general the effects of seeds in general, the effects of space on seeds, so that we can further space exploration like on Mars and things like that. So
me and Seth will be it's mind blowing, and it's for starters, it's almost like, what are you guys talking about? Space and what? But we are looking for, me and Seth, like we said, we're going to start writing some proposals of any sponsors that want to donate seeds. And this will be a 9-month promotion as well, right? So there's a gram, or no, is it a gram, Seth? Yeah, it's a gram, right? We get 1 gram. So, we can break that into quarters. That's 200 seeds. And we think it's 800 seeds total. We can run through
Obviously, Cushman's will fucking help support that. Let's talk to the DM.
So the opportunity is massive, especially for getting small grows and even industrial grows involved, where we can have a data set that is, has that variance, right? We don't want it to be just professional grows. We want home grows as well to then purchase these seeds and grow them, and then be part of the research, filling in the data weekly. Okay, this is what the plant's doing, this is what it's looking like, and we want to get the entire cannabis community involved. If you are a grower, hit us up. If you are a large grow operation, hit us up. We would love to have the partnership of all of the different intelligent growers out there to grow space weed. Okay, so think about that. And then we're gonna smoke it live right here on the stage.
Let's go.
So Seth, I was wondering, how much would it cost to send Digi to space? You said it's like, I don't know, $6,000 per gram. So what you're saying? I thought we were gonna
calculated that. We were like $22 billion.
Just ask Brock, because I'm too stoned to do the math. Digi.
225.
Okay.
What's up on that?
Hey, that's incredible, Seth, man. Shout out to you for what you're working on. I mean, if you do an NFT project, I would really want to get in on that. But can I suggest maybe, I don't know, maybe you like this idea or not, maybe take a picture of the rocket ship and, because this is historical stuff you're talking about. If you're going to be in space for 9 months, I know you did it once already, and you had problems with coming back into the atmosphere. But if you do something like that again, make that a historical event, like take a picture of the rocket ship, make that into an NFT. I mean, there's fractionalizing, so many things you can do, but definitely take a picture of that space shuttle going up there to space where you're sending. And yeah, man, that's incredible, dude. Amazing. So what type of rocket are you sending this up?
So it's going to be on a SpaceX rocket.
I wanted to hit on was, we don't have to talk about it, but the Theo Vaughn, I don't know, I saw a lot of stuff going on.
I'll have to post some pictures, but
so it's basically a capsule at the top. It's owned by Plant, and Elon Musk's rocket is the thing that shoots it to space, and then they separate. So that's what Elon Musk's technology does is rockets send the capsules into space, and then they separate, and Elon brings his rockets back down. We did this last June, and we sent, a whole bunch of NFT projects. So if you guys are an NFT project or some kind of project out here, if you want to send an asset to space, you guys can all get involved. We'll make sure everybody gets involved, just like we did last year. We sent, 30 to 40 different communities from just our community, set, our neighborhood. Went up and did that. So, it's
we estimated time for the launch.
138 days. So we're gonna. When I say we're, I mean, when we're gonna finalize the list of people who we'd like to approach for seeds and stuff like that, we'll determine that first. Then the next step is how do we get the seeds to GenoPlant? Because phytosanitary certificates and things like that, everything has to be official. And then the seeds will arrive. Of course, we'll have to weigh them. So that's why I say approximately 800. There may be, we'll send, X amount of seeds, and perhaps, instead of 800, it might only be able to include, 750 or 700 because, they have to, for example, if there's going to be four different strains, right? They don't want the seeds to get mixed up, for example. So other things like that to consider. So once the seeds are sent off and they get there and they're packaged and the capsule ready to go, then we'll know exactly the number that's included, and that'll determine.
Yeah, and so the way that we did this last year is we created an NFT, was able to purchase, and they would get a seed, guaranteed a seed if it was recovered, of course. We did not have problems with the capsule coming back to the atmosphere. It actually made it all the way back down to Earth. The capsule was recovered, the actual vehicle, but different payloads were released from it at different times, and the payload that all of our seeds were in was not found in the ocean very much. It did make it back down. But they, when they went to try to recover the different payloads, some payloads were not recoverable, unfortunately. So, we weren't able to then go and, grow the seeds. So we still considered it a major success. We were able to shoot them higher than polar orbit, and we were up for an award. This project was up for an award, a really cool space research award where it went higher than the International Space Station and higher than pretty much it's ever gone. Seeds have ever been shot in space, and they circled Earth 3 times. So anyway, there's going to be a lot of questions and a lot of information that people are going to want to know. And we'll do a bunch of shows about this. It's very exciting. Yes, all of you guys can get involved. And this year, GenoPlant did receive the funding to now have their own capsule, I believe. Seth can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe they are going to be sending up their own capsule, so that's why we're going to be able to stay in space longer and have better results. Really, we want space effects on these seeds to be a lot longer than that. Anyway, we'll talk about all this later, guys. Such an amazing show by you, Seth. We're very proud to work with Taff Canna is his company, and he's also the chairman of the Cannabis Board Association. So doing big things out here for the cannabis industry at the policy level and at the level where at the global level, right? You want to get policy pushed through a state. Seth, he might be a funny clown on stage, but he's involved in some very big things. He also, is our point person. He does a lot of traveling for us, and this year he attended. It represented the Asia International Hemp Expo in Thailand and also the Japan International Hemp Expo, where we onboarded them with an NFT. We built a Web3 activation. And we're going to keep doing this at different conferences around the world, adding crypto activation because it's a huge market. And, even blockchain conferences right now don't have a lot of crypto activation. You can't purchase an NFT and use it as a ticket. You can't even pay in crypto at a lot of the different sort of kiosks and vendors around blockchain conferences. So this is a big change that we're hoping to make. We get a digital partnership with Taff Canna, and of course, we want to bring that to the cannabis industry. Seth is at the forefront of linking together the cannabis industry and crypto. So don't give this man a mug. and space. Now we're going to tap into the rocket. He will be on the outside of the rocket in a little.
I'll go. I'm not like Digi. I'm not scared.
Well, since I weigh so much and I'm too expensive, I'll never be able to crowdfund. Can I put a piece of hair like in those seats? That'd be nasty.
Yeah. To answer your question, it would for us to send Digi to space, it would have cost €612,349,699. So 600. So if anybody out there has 613 million euros.
Well, so that's to shoot me up, but I'm up there for 9 months, bro.
You gotta feed this boy. I mean, that's a lot of snacks.
Yeah, but in space you don't need as much food.
Oh, you need snacks.
You're gonna
Imagine he's stuck on a little.
I'm gonna come back down.
Stuck on a rocket. It's gonna be like 3 minutes in space and be like, yo, guys.
Oh, dude, you're gonna be all malnourished as fuck.
Right, we'll come back.
I'm not gonna let you.
Calculator shit, like campaign.
Yeah. Wilson! But you're not gonna
need them all.
You're not gonna get like used to gravity. You're gonna be like, oh yeah, there's gravity on there. Oh shit. You're gonna be
you know what Seth's gonna want me to do as soon as I come down, Keith, is fight you. Like put you in a ring with Keith. I'm gonna be like, no, Jello and shit. No way. Like, that's crazy.
Fucking Gumby just falling over your own foot. Damn.
Oh gosh. Well, anyway.
A lot of that space ice cream. It's not that good. I tried it at the National History Museum. All right.
That is so freaking bullish, man. That is so bullish. I'm so bullish on you guys. That's why I support you. Love you guys, man. Seth, keep moving the freaking technology, dude. You're doing wonders. I love to see it, dude. Shout out to you. Shout out to Digi. Shout out to the Cushmans up there. And shout out to everybody here in the community, man. This is so bullish. Keep it moving.
It's cool because it kind of shows, what we all can do together. The goal is that we partner and pull together all the services in the community, all your skill sets, all of you down there. Okay. And then as the Web 2 companies come in, we broker out the services, we build packages for them so that they can onboard their already existing companies and build in Web3 activations. And it's happening. You're seeing it happening in the space industry. We're doing it in the cannabis industry. We had a very high level professional musician, a very famous rapper hit us up recently. Okay, and he's like, I want to know what Web3 is. Okay, so it's happening. It's going to start. So that's kind of the goal of Get Hype Digital. What we're going to be doing in the future is just, continuing to streamline how we do brand activation for Web2 companies. Interestingly enough, the space project that we did with Genoplant, and we have a full-blown partnership with them. We're going to be, we are their marketing entity for everything they're going to be doing in the future, like everything. And thanks to Seth Rosen and of course Digi for fostering that relationship with the two people from Genoplant. They're absolutely incredible people. They're scientists and they're just super cool and they love crypto. So, and they're introducing sort of this project to their community, right? And I know Seth, I think, spoke in front of a bunch of scientists last year. The science community, they're all about tech and they want to know, well, what's this blockchain technology and how can we back? Imagine every single space mission ever in the future being backed by the blockchain. And then people being able to, fractionalize that and so on and so forth. So this is just to give you an idea of the possibilities of what we can do. Yep, go ahead.
I was just going to piggyback off that and just the science community involved, like blockchain, backing science with the blockchain, immutable data. Next level, again, just a whole wormhole. I'm sure a lot of people can see it, but just imagine us being helping rocket launches and NFTs. That rocket launch we did have so much provenance 100 years from now. We're the first cannabis seeds to go to space ever on a rocket in polar orbit on the blockchain, backed by a video with actual mints as well, backing it. So however long it, never know. Maybe they find that capsule 50 years from now, and then all of a sudden, You got. It went
It's like mutated. It's mutated in the ocean, and it's like we down in the ocean.
Yeah, just think about it. Like it went as high as it could ever go, and then it went as far down as it ever can go. So you hit both spectrums with your weed, and all of a sudden they find this capsule.
Like a little dolphin, like brings it to land. Like.
Jeez,
Oh, that dolphin. You smoking that dolphin?
Gosh. Right? You got dolphin teeth. Remember that shit? Oh my gosh. That was hilarious. Anyway, back to it. Yeah, back to it. The Aruba side. We got
We're going to space.
We're going to space. 10-4. That was fun. Remember, like when the lady was announcing shit.
Listen, the most fun part was I did. SpaceX and Genoplant were live together. We got to watch the live on YouTube with the whole entire team because it's SpaceX coordinating with our team, and we got to be it's really neat to be part of a space launch and to know. And then on the screen they flash all the crypto communities. I mean, they were all about it. They were super bullish. So just to kind of that intersection of Web 2 and science and and all the Web 3 brands. Amazing marketing, and you guys can all get involved. It's something we want for everybody to be part of. That's it. We'll move on to, is it Millie?
Yeah. How bullish we get when we start talking about space. Everyone's like,
That's a tight as fuck project, and I really like it. Yeah, but Seth Rosen didn't dick me.
What's up, everybody? Thank you for having me out, first of all. I'm busy. Actually, I think I was one of the first OGs when he first started hosting spaces last cycle. I was probably one of the guys chilling down there, hanging out. So I'm actually pulling up to spend a little minute. What up, Keith? What up, Moon? I was just listening to you guys talk about putting everything into orbit up into space, and you guys have me super excited about launching Millie up into space now. So I'll definitely be in the contacts with you guys just to try and make that happen. And we also have a really good connection in Cali for some seeds too, so maybe we can things up in orbit as well. So, but no, it's funny. You go from space to space, talking to people and chilling and whatever. And it always seems like the weed community is always down to earth, super chill. We always have something to connect on. We always have something in common, right? So it just seems like this is always a good common base for all of us to agree on something, right? So. But yeah, good vibes in here. I'll kind of keep it short. I don't really want to shill too much, but
you got it. These are our Fridays I'm sorry to cut you off, our show days. So you're more than welcome. Usually 2-3 minutes, however comfortable you feel for your show.
That's what I'm talking about. DigiJones knows what's up. 2-3 minutes. That's what people need. That's the sweet spot. 69 seconds. If you want to be fast. 40 seconds, go fuck yourself. 30 seconds. Stop.
So we actually found Suey super early when it launched. We're all super bullish on it, obviously on the tech. There were some really great airdrops. We do airdrops, we do trading, we do gaming. We're very
So let's say this is very interesting. Ultimately, again, one case we're talking about a case where it says have relations with me for this sheep, and he identified the sheep, versus have relations with me for a sheep. Yirashi, the Tamazah, Hokabet Yoed Wahabit Eslan Neheshtim. So ultimately, again, versus what he identifies the sheep, it's as if there's transactional needs. When he doesn't go ahead and identify the sheep, then ultimately again there is no transactional needs. Alright, so let's analyze it as well. The overlap of color set, my how is there? So let's analyze this, right? So now it's buddies here. Moving goes over to one. He says, have relations with Zona. He says, have relations looking for this sheep. Now, again, he doesn't care for 3 years. 3 years. Now, look at this. Oh, it has the status of a public statement because this transaction is just because he identified the sheep doesn't make it hers. In order for it to be hers, what has to happen? The Gemara says, Shichal. Right? Remember, livestock animals require the sheep for the party of possession, which the Gemara says, the Zona, but let's go cover the little sheep. Okay? So, apparently, it's actually interesting. Ultimately, the thing of the sheep was only given by Jews. So, again, by a Jew, they don't eat the sheep until Passover. But it's sort of not Jewish. Because the other Passover is the old one is on the sale, it's not talking about Jew Charlotte. If you don't, they claim that that's it. Oh, interesting enough, the sheep standing in the Passover. Which means, again, ultimately, this because the sheep requires but he can claim that that's it. If it's in our thoughts, in our she requires or to get a relationship with her, and then ultimately again, dedicated, only dedicated. Starting in our thoughts, she requires it. What are we talking about? In other words, she acquired it before, so this is actually like the paradigmatic case. That's not she's acquiring the sheep before the up if the sheep is standing in her thoughts. Whereas the Gemara calls the Shapin and Eliyahu. Very interesting. Here's the case. So everything comes to Raphael. Right? Here, this sheep is an approach. What is a approach? The approach is essentially that he says to her, I'm going to pay you. I'm going to pay you for the relation. Right? If I don't pay you money, you can take this sheep. So therefore, she doesn't really acquire the sheep initially. She acquires the sheep in the event that there is non-payment. Sister, right? You let's say for the next 30 days, good. Maybe not, and if not, shockingly best. Let's take this sheep ultimately again as your own fine. Lots of associations, supposed to have some help. Again, it's interesting. All of this you can unwrap the essence of this. Watch this. Let's say again, let's say we pay employees, donkey drivers, and workers. So that he's paying. Now the way ultimately again, he's paying them. Rashi points out from here. Rashi, some people come on their hearts. These workers are not Jews, or they're on their hearts. They're just unwilling Jews. Idolaters are Jews. And he says to them, the Chubei Chub Pinazah. So much do Pinazah. Right? So what's the Habakah? The Eva Hoshesh. Okay, so that's before this. So he goes and he says to them, I'm paying you, right? And essentially, go use this money to go and purchase for yourself food and drink. Okay, either that's the payment or supplemental wages, whatever it is. He's giving them here, right? Here's money. Go and drink, go and eat. So we'll say now because they ain't no Hoshesh. This. They don't know she doesn't have to be worried. Something on this 63 week. Lomishu Shris, Lomishu Price, Lomishu Magnus. I was saying, here's the interesting about this. Right? What's the concern here? The Gemara says that Halacha Lamaisa, he's giving them money. Now, because it's an apple or artists, he is not concerned with the apples that go by the invest, right? Or maybe ultimately again, artists is going to buy sheet of produce or nice shape of this. He doesn't have to do this one. Why does he have to do this one with this? Because essentially he's giving them the money and he's saying, which ones? Because he's doing that, essentially, it's not on him. Whatever they do, they do. Rashi says over here, okay, Rashi just goes through all of this. Right, if you look at the end, look at Rashi, it's probably nicer. Right, if you look at Rashi, the heart, the last of the world, the heart.
Let's get this shit done, son.
You think it's kind of here. What they choose to do in that afterwards, essentially, is not unrelated. So therefore, again, no vibe in it. Some of they 60 second like they are like sense that. Says to the workers, right? Taxi drivers, go and eat more. Then we had no problem. Now, why is that? We don't for us. Having people locate this kilo, the hash dog is solid national issue here because ground. Now we'll say it's purchasing and providing these moving items for us. See the difference? If moving that says here's $100 for your food and drink. Whatever they buy.
Look at that, and I'm sure I can show them it's off. It's been on this box for.
And ultimately, again, that is problematic because if he is purchasing and providing these potentially limited items for his workers. Allah, that wasn't what he's here.
Berksham Club, my hotel, my bed. Shema Israel Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Berksham Club, my hotel, my bed.
What do you see from this last piece over there? Allah, so what do you see here? That when Ruvain pays the bill, right? Pays the bill. So even though again he's paying after the consumption already took place, Allah provides that this transaction already seen, and he is considered to be paying for these Shmita produce, Sheni produce, it's problematic. Therefore, the Gemara says, also now he got part of the biggest kapara. So to repair by again, I think here, ultimately, again, shouldn't that produce same thing. This though, they had many no, they just got it. So those different things, right? We're just going ahead and have the workers. And we'll just go drink off the tab. Talking about where they are purchasing food from a shopkeeper who normally extends price to even the functioning that they ultimately, because the shopkeeper normally extends credit to you, ultimately there's this transaction. This what's happening. Literally translated, literally the shopkeeper acquires his money from the turning the that I actually hadn't been selling something. The shopkeeper knows that he's going to get regularly extends credit. So we'll say, he's not saying this transaction you've seen. Ruvain's not just saying stamp one where you want and buy food, buy drink. He's saying, go to the shopkeeper, I'll pick up the tab. This is a shopkeeper who normally extends credit to Ruvain. So therefore, again, it's as if the debt is already paid, and therefore there's transactional immediacy that's happening. Rashi says over here, tell me who they were. They were almost like an exchange, right? The shopkeeper is going to give. It's going to get donkey drivers and ladies drivers. But again, that doesn't apply to these other right? This wasn't like a situation.
Therefore, that case is finding that not transaction is level can be ashamed of himself. Okay, here's the other thing. Moving with the same that is what the same case. Case no eating, no drink, nothing up to tap. And if that means not sending it to a shop, normally it's going to be credit. Then it sounds like what? Mutter. Then it should be okay. If that's the case, that's mutter, ilachi, as in telling something that is the beginner zah, so you should sue the beginner zah. If that that's the case, there's a second price sahab differently. Instead of making the first case of the price stop, the case of where roommate says, here's $100, go out and go for a drink, make it two different cases. What should the two cases be? You want to that algorithm. When is this so ultimately again that it's prohibited? The company people, the shtabit. When is it prohibited for roommate to say to his wife, go eat a drink and I'll pick up the tab? That's only with the shopkeeper when he extends credit to roommate. Because there's transactional immediacy, and it's as if again the company already has the right to do this. And shame about people, but shopkeeping does not extend. Therefore, that lacks transactional immediacy, and that should be called. In other words, let's put the price, go ahead and highlight two cases and say one detail difference. Then the highlight two cases. Here's the rest of the old. That's when it should be much more legal because of course that's true. Even if the shopkeeper doesn't extend credit, is the purchaser not still obligated to defend the over the cabelo? The person says to his friend, take one of the phone, vehicle from the plus save block. So what happens? So right, you goes, all right, I go with you. So you do me a favor, give him one at the ship. I go with my